Hare Krishna, everyone.
हरे कृष्णा माताजी, प्रणाम माताजी।
प्रणाम्स माताजी। हरे कृष्णा माताजी, प्रणाम्स माताजी।
And Pranam, Hare Krishna. All right, let's start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Ja Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamashloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki. Reading from Shrimad Bhagavatam. So today we're going to have a class in a little different manner. I'll read the synopsis of chapter 4 and then we're going to go back to the reflections of chapter 3 because there's so much to retrospect and discuss that what are we learning. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so that's what we will do today. Okay, so I'll read the synopsis and then I'm going to go back to asking all of you what did we take home from chapter 3 or up to chapter 3 rather. Okay. Chapter 4, the Hansa Guhya prayers offered to the Lord by Prajapati Daksha. After Maharaj Parikshit appealed to Sukdev Goswami to describe in detail the creation of the living entities within this universe, Sukdev Goswami informed him that the Prachetas, the 10 sons of Prachina Barhi, entered the sea to execute austerities. The planet Earth was neglected. When the 10 sons of Prachetas, the planet Earth was neglected because of the absence of a king. Naturally, many weeds and unnecessary trees grew, and no food grains were produced. Indeed, all the land became like a forest. When the 10 Prachetas came out of the sea and saw the entire world full of trees, they were very angry with the trees and decided to destroy them all to rectify the situation. Thus, the Prachetas created wind and fire to burn the trees to ashes. Soma, however, the king of the moon and the king of all vegetation, forbade the Prachetas to destroy the trees, since the trees are the source of fruits and flowers for all the living beings. Just to satisfy the Prachetas, Soma gave them a beautiful girl born of Pramlocha Apsara. By the semen of all the Prachetas, Daksha was born of that girl. In the beginning, Daksha created all the demigods, demons, and human beings. But when he found the population not increasing properly, he took sannyas and went to Vindhya mountain, where he underwent severe austerities and offered Vishnu a particular prayer known as Hansa Guhya, by which Lord Vishnu became very pleased with him. The contents of the prayer were as follows. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul Lord Hari, is the controller of both the living entities and the material nature. He is self-sufficient and self-effulgent. As the subject matter of perception is not the cause of our perceiving senses, so the living entity, although within the body, does not cause his eternal friend, the Super Soul, who is the cause of creation of all the senses. Because of the living entity's ignorance, his senses are engaged with material objects. Since the living entity is alive, he can understand the creation of this material world to some extent, but he cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is beyond the conception of the body, mind, and intelligence. Nevertheless, great sages who are always in meditation can see the personal form of the Lord within their hearts. Since an ordinary living being is materially contaminated, his words and intelligence are also material. Therefore, he cannot ascertain the Supreme Personality of Godhead by manipulating his material senses. The conception of God derived through the material senses is inaccurate because the Supreme Lord is beyond the material senses. But when one engages his senses in devotional service, the eternal Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed on the platform of the soul. When that Supreme Godhead becomes the aim of one's life, one is said to have attained spiritual knowledge. The Supreme Brahman is the cause of all causes because he originally existed before the creation. He is the original cause of everything, both material and spiritual. and his existence is independent. However, the Lord has a potency called avidya, the illusory energy, which induces the false arguer to think himself perfect and which induces the illusory energy to bewilder the conditioned soul. That Supreme Brahman, the Super Soul, is very affectionate to his devotees. To bestow mercy upon them, he discloses his form, name, attributes, and qualities to be worshipped within this material world. Unfortunately, however, those who are materially absorbed worship various demigods. As the air passes over a lotus flower and carries the scent of the flower with it, or as the air sometimes carries dust and therefore assumes colors, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears as the various demigods according to the desires of his various foolish worshippers. But actually, he is the Supreme Truth, Lord Vishnu. To fulfill the desires of his devotees, he appears in various incarnations, and therefore there is no need to worship the demigods. Being very satisfied by the prayers of Daksha, Lord Vishnu appeared before Daksha with 8 arms. The Lord was dressed in yellow garments and had blackish complexion. Understanding that Daksha was very eager to follow the path of enjoyment, the Lord awarded him the potency to enjoy the illusory energy. The Lord offered him the daughter of Panchajanna, named Ashikni, who was suitable for Maharaj Daksha to enjoy in sex. Indeed, Daksha received his name because he was very expert in sex life. After awarding this benediction, Lord Vishnu disappeared. Okay. मज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So in this particular chapter, we will study how Sukdev Goswami is further questioning, Parikshit Maharaj is further questioning Sukdev Goswami about the secondary creation. Okay, primary creation is by Brahma, and then the secondary creation is by all other people, including Prajapati Daksha or his fathers, like sons of Prachina Barihi or Prachetas, so on and so forth. So, and Sukdev Goswami is going to specifically emphasize on the prayers. This canto has many prayers, right? It has Hansa Guhya prayers, then it has Narayan Kavach, which is also prayers by Indra, which was taught to him by Vishwarupa, which was actually the spiritual master of the demons. But his own spiritual master Brihaspati had disowned him because Indra disrespected his spiritual master. So, and then what other prayers we have in this canto? We can see. Any other prayers we have? We have Pumsavan ritualistic ceremony. Yeah, I think these are the ones mostly. So it's a very potent chapter, and then we will see how it goes in different waveforms. But one thing is very clear, that we can approach Krishna even if we are not very pure-hearted. You see, Dhruva Maharaj approached Krishna. Why? What made Dhruva Maharaj approach Krishna? Because he wanted pure devotional service?
He wanted to enjoy
He wanted a big kingdom.
Yeah,
More
he
than
wanted
his
to
father.
become bigger than his
The
great-grandfather.
materialist desire. With the materialist desire, he approached Bhagavan.
Yes, that Daksha is also going to approach Krishna with the material desire. And Krishna actually appears. So one must not, Krishna consciousness is the path where there is no need to harbor self-criticism over anything. In material world, when we walk the path of the material energy, then there are a lot of a lot of places where we criticize ourselves. I'm not good enough. I am so fool. I am like, how do you talk to yourself when you do some mistake is what is self-criticism is all about. Or we look for validation, affirmation from external people or situations. It is very natural. Natural in the sense it has become natural because we are conditioned by like that. But in Krishna consciousness, the validation is given from within, the Supreme Personality of God. So what we have to do here is that we have to approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead from wherever we are standing in life. If we are pure devotee, or we are mixed devotee, or we are not a devotee, just take a step towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Daksha is also not approaching Krishna out of the purity of the heart, but Krishna is nevertheless appearing. And just because Krishna fulfills the material desire of a devotee in such a manner that actually the material desires disappear, which happened in the case of Dhruv Maharaj, which will also happen in the case of Daksha in this case, which will also happen in the case of Chitraketu when he becomes Ritasura. So in any manner, just approach Krishna. Okay, now having said that, let's go back to the first 3 chapters of this particular canto and reflect on, because we are going to change gears from this chapter onward, reflect on what did we study on history of life of a Jamil, or a Jamil delivered by Vishnu Dut, and then Yamraj was instructing his messengers. So what are some of the key points? What are some of the main headings you want me to say? Why don't you please raise your hand and say, we can spend few minutes reflecting what are the learning points. Huh? What did you learn?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Means
Madhuvela.
only Krishna is supreme. Lord Krishna is supreme. His wish and will is the supreme. His name is supreme. So ultimately, he is the source, and he is the ultimate destiny of every human being, every soul. So this is what I felt like.
Okay, so he's the supreme over all. Okay, not Brahma, not Yamraj. Okay, very nice. Okay. One thing else, did we study that
Mataji.
potency? Vijay Kumari Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The Vishnu Dudar, they say to the Yamadudar, the glorious of the Japa.
Very
Because
nice.
now in this, he explained, Ajamalan is not a person to be give punishment.
Very
Because
nice.
yes, in the previous janmas he done so many good things. So you should not be. She is very devotee.
What did you
To
say,
the
Mataji? In the previous Janama, he had done good things, so he's a devotee? Is that what you're saying?
yes, she is the very closer to the Supreme Lord. She give devotional service to the people, and he is a Brahmin. He is preaching everything like that. Ajamila. He is
He
very
was not
good person.
preaching. He was a
Person.
neophyte
Good
devotee who
person.
was collecting flowers in the
Yes,
forest on the
yes,
request of his father.
yes, yes.
A neophyte devotee may or may not preach. Remember, a Madhyamadikari preaches.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So,
So it is not because of his previous karma. It is because he chanted the holy name. Elaborate on this. Pranand Adhvi Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Can
Hare
you?
Krishna. Pranam Mataji. Actually, from all these chapters, we learn one thing, that chanting of holy name is most important. The glories of the holy name vanquish all the sins, all whether the accumulated sins and burn like fire, and not any other things, whether you are doing the fruitive activities or jnana or anything, that will only for some time that will purify us, but that will not erode us, our devotional service. And devotional service, whether they, because the Jamadutas, because sorry Mataji, because Ajamila came in contact with Vishnudutas, he became purified, and because of chanting of the holy name, he knew everything about these things. All his sins were vanquished. Therefore, chanting of holy name is most important. The Lord is the supreme of everything, Mataji. Hare
Okay,
Krishna,
thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Okay. Uma Kulkarni, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Among all the cantonments, that is Prayasthita, chanting is the very important. That is the main cantonment.
Atonement. Yes. Yes, chanting the holy name is superior to other methods of atonement and purification like yagyas,
Atonement.
etc. or Vedic rituals. Very nice. Thank you. Anything else? Anything else that you learned from these 3 chapters?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
In this Kali Yuga, chanting is very, very important.
Kali Yuga chanting.
And that is what is recommended. And it gives protection.
Only.
Yeah, and we can develop more love towards Krishna while chanting.
Okay. To attain perfection of life.
Mataji, Ajamlan is not chanting. Only she is in the what? Ajamilan is only he called his son. He is not chanting Narayana, even though the name of the Narayana is the just like a chanting. So is the name of the Krishna. Those who are without any intention, they told the name, it is give good life for him.
Even so, the holy name remains powerful even if chanted neglectfully or jokingly. Remember all these things? Or how? Neglectfully, jokingly, or Shaktavasti Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, this occurred to me that Lord is so merciful that He just want us to connect Him in just a minute of in a what we can say in a minute if we are connecting with Him. He's so compassionate. He's directly in contact with us. He's a live wire. That if I remembered Narayan and with love and compassion, even for one second, he's always there. This is what occurred to me. So he's so compassionate. Ajamil just called him once, and he thought he was in so much of distress, and he tried to connect. It's like a best friend. Whenever we are in so much of distress, whenever we want somebody's help, and we call that friend, and he's there. So he's the friend who never forget us after so many births. After he's always there. This is what it is. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you. What else? Glories of the holy name. What else? Madhumati Vilasni Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Even 2 points are there, Mataji. First, Yamraj taught about the Bhagavad Dharma, Mataji. Said that devotional service is superior than any other method of like thoughtful process or philosophical things, Mataji. And second point in yesterday's lesson, we studied about even devotee is dangerous for Yam Duta. So it's like the Yamraj said, be aware or don't go to devotees. So that's it, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Prakash Rao Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji Pranamala. See, two
Krishna.
things which I want to tell is Hare Krishna Mahamantra ultimately. That is the one thing which has been assigned to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this Kali Yuga. That has been confirmed by all Shastras and Purva Acharyas. That is the only way to get out of this material gratification. Second point which I want to know, that Yamaraja teaches to his but what you call his associates that those people who are sinful commit sinful activities, those who doesn't have the Paramahamsa Satsang, those who doesn't pray for the Krishna, though, and those who are engaged in this material gratification, enjoy this with all senses, they will be brought to the hidden planets.
The one who is averse to
That is in 28
the
sloka,
devotional
3rd
service,
chapter.
chanting the holy name, or associating with the Vaishnavas. Very nice. Thank you. Anyone else? Tell me more about glories of the chanting of the holy name. Chitra Krishna Sevani Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Tektva Swadharma Charanam Bhujam Harer. Right? Whatever it's Prabhupada also tells in his one of the lecture, how much ever, whatever, even little, very little, if you do in the Swadharma. That is, Ajamil has done all these pious activities when he was very young in assisting his father, these activities. So even if there is a fall down in the immature stage, the Lord will fix him back. No, Mataji, the Lord will take him back. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So what do you want me to write?
That is this holy name, even knowingly or unknowingly, at some point of our life, if we have taken shelter to that name, definitely when we are in need, it will come to our rescue. Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Krishna always remembers and provides protection to a devotee who has chanted his holy name even once. Okay, anyone else? Glories of the holy name of Krishna. Chanting the holy name is superior to other methods of atonement and purification like yajnas, Vedic rituals, etc. Kali Yuga, chanting the holy name is the only Yuga Dharma to attain perfection of life. The holy name remains powerful even if chanted neglectfully or jokingly, etc. Krishna always remembers and provides protection to a devotee who has chanted his holy name even once. What else is in the holy name? So somebody said has the potency to burn all the sins like fire burns to ashes. What else? What else did you read? You're reflecting back from chapters 1 to 3 of 6th canto. We are reflecting
Hare
back.
Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
It's like when a snake bites, it will be made less effective when it's that things are removed.
The
So that
poisonous
if
fangs are removed.
fangs are removed, like that, if Harinama is done, nothing can harm the person.
So that is
Whatever
the material
sins.
desire. That example is given in terms of the material desires. The material desires are like the poisonous snake. So when they bite a person, then person loses its ability to discriminate and fall into the prey of the conditioned life. But if somebody is situated in Krishna consciousness, then the material desires are like a poisonous snake, but the fangs are removed. So they are there, but it doesn't bother the person. A devotee does not get agitated because of the presence of material desires, as the poisonous snake who has no poison even remaining in its body is not dangerous to anybody. So that is in context to that. Okay, so we can write that Krishna conscious chanting the holy name purifies us, purifies the devotee from the agitations of material desires. Like example of poisonous snake whose fangs are removed. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Nam Pasa is the first step of bhakti. Nam Pasa. What is Nam Pasa? Okay, so other thing is that we learned that
One more
we
thing
should,
also, Mataji,
yes,
the Vedic rituals and all we are performing, no, Mataji.
Mhm.
It is compared to like bathing the elephant. There was one
the atonement.
yeah,
Atonement.
yeah.
Okay. Very
Okay.
nice. Very nice. Yes, Uma Kulkarni Mataji.
Mataji, even Brahma, Shiva, and all Yamarajas, all devatas, if they are against means they done anything against the devotees, they are punishable.
Okay, so Lord Vishnu punishes even exalted personalities like Brahma if they approach a pure devotee to punish him. Okay, Usha Dayavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranams Mataji. Mataji, from the story of Ajamil, we find that no sin is too great. No sin is too great beyond the redemption of through the chanting of the holy name. And then another one is according to the scriptures also, those who commit heinous acts can also be liberated. That's what I found. And then I personally feel that the foremost and the ultimate solace is Krishna. So whatever, like he's just like our mother. Whatever you do, he's ready to accept you as it is, and he doesn't bother about your past or your present, what all sins you have done. All these things he didn't bother about it, and he said, "Okay, you come to me. I will take care of you." So that sort of solace Ajamil has got, and that is why he was ready to have the atonement, and he went to Banaras to take away his past sins, and he sort of did the repentance also. That's what I feel.
Mataji, what happened in Banaras? What did you say?
He went to Kashi and he dipped in the Ganges.
I'm not following what you said. Please repeat.
He went to Banaras or the Kashi.
Who went to Banaras?
For the atonement, yes, for purification.
Who?
Ajamil.
No, he went to Dwarka.
Haridwar.
Haridwar.
Yeah, okay. So what are you saying?
So I feel
He
that
already purified. He just wanted to carry out with his okay. And so what please complete it. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. That's what he found, that whatever sins he has done, the ultimate solace is Krishna. He will never punish you, and he will give a second chance to improve yourself. That's what I feel. Ajamil's chanting was like a catalyst for the for eventual purification, and he started returning to the spiritual realm. That's what I feel.
Okay, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mataji. So also, did we learned that the servant leadership qualities are from Yamaraj. Like how compassionate how he dealt with the Yamdutas. The whole conversation was so purifying, right? He clarified their doubt, he gave them the knowledge, and he also gave them the to go point or to take home point that at the bottom line is that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His holy name is the Supreme. Don't approach a devotee who is chanting his holy name, because they are not candidates to be appearing in my court of justice. They belong to the spiritual world. Okay, anything else that I'm missing? Anything else that you are taking home from all these 3 chapters? Any confusion?
Hare Krishna Mataji. We can take this point, Mataji, on the name of chanting. We should not continue doing sin or wrong activities, Mataji.
Yes, it's like so to commit, to commit sinful activities.
Strength of the holy name.
Krishna. Yes. Activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. Wow. Is an offense to the holy name. Yes, Shakti Avasthi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One more thing, that God, the relationship with God is of love. That is what Ajamil did. In the end moment of his life, he only called with love and compassion to Lord, to the name. And ultimately, the Lord revealed himself in that name, at the end of the day. So the relationship,
calling his son.
Yes, that was with love and compassion, the same name. The same name he called
Mataji, let's quote the Shastras. Okay, the Shastras are using the word Nam Abhas, not love and compassion. They're using the word Nam Abhas, which is like almost on the edge of pure chanting. The words used in the Bhagavatam are he chanted with utmost vulnerability and purity of the heart. He had no love or compassion for Krishna. He just chanted
he has the love and compassion for his child.
Yes.
Love and compassion for his child. So ultimately, with that thought process in his mind, or whatever was there at the end moment, whatever formula was formulated in his mind at that moment of time, that is actually related with the love for his son, out of compassion. And that was so strong that even Krishna found that, yes, I have to send my Duta. He has called me, because nobody can call anybody with so much love and affection. And it is that with which he has called. And ultimately,
I'm getting confused here. I'm sorry, but I'm getting confused, because what I am understanding, and please correct my understanding, is that Jamil was attached to his 2-year-old child who was playing nearby. He was 88 years old. He laid down to take his afternoon nap, and it was his time to leave his body. And because he was attached to his son, and the word used explained is sneha, and Prabhupada explains the word sneha is affection, and he gives an analogy that as the oil drips down, like that, the sneha goes down. That means the love goes towards the youngest person in the family. So he saw the son playing nearby, and then he just, out of fear and out of extreme vulnerability, he chanted the name of his son Narayan. Where is love and compassion? What are you saying and what am I saying? Where is the gap?
Yeah, Mataji. It was out of fear. But that thing, the name which he took at the end of his life, it is because of the compassion only. If I have so much of compassion.
Mataji, compassion is a spiritual quality. Okay, let's not confuse, because compassion is a spiritual quality. Compassion is like Daya. Once again, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo. What is the Vaishnava Pranam mantra? Please tell me.
Vanchakalpatarupasya kripa sindhu eja patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
So Vancha Kalpa Tarobhyascha
Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha.
So kripa. So there are two words, okay? Thank you. Daya and kripa. Kripa is called compassion or mercy, which is a spiritual quality. I think I'm understanding what you're saying, but I'm just trying to tell you the fine tuning.
Yeah.
What Jamil was doing is not compassion, it is affection for his child, which is on the material platform. Okay, because he had broken language, because he would make playing gestures, because he was not asking for anything. You know how small children in the house, like they are just cooing around, they're doing some small childish activities. But there's this affection, there's attachment. Compassion is a spiritual quality. Compassion is kripa. Okay,
Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
but I understood what
Hare
you.
then,
Krishna
then
Mataji.
that had occurred to me is कि if
Huh.
compassion is not there, if no spiritual quality he was having, he has not shown any spiritual quality during that course of time, then also God has come. So then we can say God has sent his dutas. That means God is so much in love with the souls, with us, that even if we are in the material platform, even if we are calling him during in any form, he's going to listen to us. So this is what can be my take home.
That's a correct verdict. Yes, so Krishna's love is unconditional. He's not dependent on any condition.
Yes, Mataji. In the purport, actually, it is given like even though he has uttered imperfectly, that means it is with not the intention of calling the Lord. I
Correct.
think he was given the chance, Mataji. That's what in purport has been given.
Very
So,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, very, very nice. Thank you. So, Ajamil, now I want to tell you 1 minute we'll spend on this. Ajamil's qualities. Okay, now Ajamil had led a very sinful life. Extremely sinful life. I don't think any one of us is leading that kind of a life. Any one of us leading that kind of a life? Are we are we eating food cooked by a unclean person? I'm not saying this, okay? I'm not judging. I'm just quoting what Bhagavatam said. Or kicking our parents out of the house, or a very dutiful wife. Yes, are you doing that? Or becoming a robber, or murdering people,
No,
or
Mataji.
yes,
No,
no. So
Mataji.
he actually led a
No,
very,
no,
very
no. He will
he
not
led
be
a very
there.
sinful life. Yes, we are not leading a pure life. We are also committing sins every day. But he was committing sins which are very overt. They were not overt, like they're very like, obvious. They're very obvious that what kind of a lifestyle he was leading. Okay, Ajamil was very sinful, was unclean, had abandoned all Brahminical qualities, all of them. Sattva, Socham, Daya, so Dan, Pratigya, like that. So he had Pathan, Yajan, everything he had abandoned. He was drinking liquor, he was eating meat, he was, doing all kinds of sinful activities. But what was his other qualities that actually made him good? I mean, that we can take home. This is something which we also can take home, that we don't want to live like this, but what can we take home from what actually is reinforcing in his life? What did he do, which is what we can also do? What did
Because
he do?
when he was young,
Huh?
when he was because when he was young, he was very much spiritual, Mataji. He was doing bad things under the guidance of his
Yeah, he was a
father.
neophyte devotee. Yeah, he was a neophyte devotee. Very nice. Okay, so he had followed the instructions of his father, Brahminical father. Okay, very nice. What else? What else? What else can you take from a Jamil? Uh-huh. When he was doing all these sinful activities, was he doing it on the strength of chanting Hare Krishna?
No, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
No,
So
Mataji.
Ajamil, he never committed sinful activities. So it's like, it's not, okay, I'm going to actually do this sinful activity and then I'm going to come home and chant 20 rounds and then my sin will be nullified. That's something which is like chanting or doing something sinful on the strength of chanting Hare Krishna. Never committed sinful acts on the strength of chanting Hare Krishna. Chanting the holy name. Okay, what else? One more thing we can take home. Dr. Sakti.
Repentance.
Hare Krishna
Repentance.
Mataji. What
Yes.
I
Mataji.
understood is ki I don't know. I'm also a neophyte devotee. I don't know when I can fall down. I mean I want to take the name of Lord at this moment of time. I want to hear Bhagavatam. I don't know. This is a material world. So uh, I must do as much chanting as I can. I must listen Bhagavatam with in a most keeping all ears open. I must listen to his name, fame, quality in the best possible way I can as a human. Because God will never forget me. Even if something happens to me, I don't know. This world is very difficult. So if anything happens to me, but Krishna will never forget me. This is my take home. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Okay, so very nice. Thank you very much, Mataji. So Jamil's story gives us motivation to stay strong and determined in our devotional service. Yes, Prakash Rao Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Repentance, Prema Mataji. He realized that when the discussion between Vaishnavas and Yamadutas, he heard that and he felt he repented for his past life and he renounced his family and went to Haridwar and started and rekindled his bhakti again. Larry was
Very
there,
nice.
no? Yes.
Very nice. So was able to immediately give up the family attachment after hearing the conversations between Yamdutas and Vishnu Dutas. Okay, very nice. Okay, if you have anything else, you can tell me. I think this is a Madhumati Vilasni Mataji. Go ahead, please.
Mataji, can we take in this way? Like intelligence comes from Lord himself, Mataji. Even when he was doing sinful activities, he took advice from the Mahatmas and kept his son's name Narayana. So
He took
somewhere,
advice from the Mahatmas. I thought the Bhagavatam says that the Krishna in his heart gave him the intelligence
yeah.
to name his child.
So Mata Smriti Jnana Mukuhanam.
He didn't go.
Krishna is
He didn't
everywhere,
go
Mataji.
anywhere. He
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere. He did it on his own. So Mataji, so we should name our children according to Krishna's names? Is that what you're saying?
Somewhere I read Prabhupada Mataji was
Yes.
saying like, yeah, it's like a intelligence, like Krishna gave intelligence to him, like at the end moment that
Yes.
only works. So yeah, so I don't know how to put it in right way, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
After Krishna's names to enhance our remembrance of the holy name. Okay, very nice. Okay, so these are all the things that at least focus on one or two of what we have and implement it in your life. That Krishna is the supreme overall, not Brahma, not Yamraj. Glories of the holy name of Krishna. All these points where chanting the holy name is superior to other methods of atonement and purification like yagyas, Vedic rituals like and is compared to bathing of the elephant. Then Kali Yuga chanting the holy name is the only Yuga dharma to attain perfection of life. The holy name remains powerful even if chanted neglectfully or jokingly. Krishna always remembers and provides protection to a devotee who has chanted his holy name even once. Holy name has the potency to burn all the sins like fire burns to ashes. Holy name purifies the devotee from agitations of material desires like poisons of for example, fangs, poisonous snake whose fangs are removed. Chanting the holy name makes a most sinful person a pure devotee. Name our children after Krishna's name to enhance our remembrance of the holy name. Krishna loves us unconditionally, is very compassionate. Then chanting the holy name of the Lord attentively and with purity, the devotee can avoid death and seeing Yamraj. Information as to who goes to Yamraj is revealed. One who is averse to pure devotional service, chanting the holy name, or associating with the pure Vaishnavas goes to Yamraj. Vishnu punishes even exalted personalities like Brahma if they approach a pure devotee to punish him. Servant leadership qualities of Yamraj, how he dealt with the Yamdutas. Then to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name is an offense to the holy name. Ajamil qualities. Ajamil was a very sinful, unclean person, had abandoned all Brahminical qualities, but he had followed instructions of his Brahminical father in his youth, never committed sinful acts on the strength of chanting of the holy name, gives us motivation to stay strong and determined in our own devotional service. And Ajamil was able to immediately give up family attachments after hearing the conversations between Yamdutas and Vishnudutas. Anything else you would like to add? I think this is an exhaustive list. I can share it in the group. Reena Mataji, go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Association of bad association is very dangerous, that we can understand, Mataji. The moment he wanted to see what is happening when he went to the forest. So with that, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate, so that we can understand how he fell down with that trigger of like his desire to see what is happening in the forest between those
Okay, so
male and
power of
female.
association. Okay, very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you. So power of association.
Mataji, one more thing, like we can understand the, and this is a perfect example for Namnamakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktihi Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha. So Lord has put all his potency in his name, that we can understand. And second thing, there is no rules and regulation to chant the holy name of the Lord, Mataji.
Very nice. Okay, so it's like here, Krishna has invested all his potencies in the holy name. No strict rules and regulations to chant the holy name. Very nice. Thank you. Any questions, reflections, realizations, corrections, complaints? I'll share this list in the group after the class. Nothing. Madhumati Vilasni Mataji, go ahead, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji. This chapter has given perception about Yamaraj Mataji. Has like a different kind of personality has come. Like earlier in 5th canto, we were completely in that. It was like dangerous, or a kind of perception was coming. But here, this chapter established him as a Mahabhagavat Mataji, and we should hear and listen to Bhagavad and Mahabhagavat and follow him. So he has given instruction very nicely, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Very
Hare
nice.
Krishna.
Yeah, so follow the footsteps of the Mahajans. So Srila Mataji is saying no previous qualifications are needed to chant the holy name. And then you are saying that follow the path of Mahajans. Okay, thank you very much. So I think
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, two more things. Whatever Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita has proved here, Mataji. One is Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. That has proved. And second one is Name Bhakta Pranashati has told. So those two are proved here, Mataji. Like he has protected his devotee from falling down, Mataji.
He protected his devotee from falling down, but he had fallen down.
Yeah, fallen down, but finally, like ultimately, like he protected the devotee by giving the knowledge to him to like put the Lord's name to his son, Mataji.
Okay. So
He
what
will
was
never,
the first thing you said?
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayato mahato bhayat. Like he has done some sukruti in the past. So like because of that, like he got second chance and he perfected his life, Mataji.
From the greatest danger. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
And to tell is that not only the Supreme Lord protects, but the pure devotees Mahajana also protects their dependents. Like Yamaraja took all the responsibility of his messengers and begged for forgiveness of Lord. Say that, Mataji.
Very nice, and protected them from further mistakes of approaching a devotee. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.